right, guys, welcome in. Happy, what the hell is today? Tuesday, I think? Yes, I think it's Tuesday. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by our good friends at Pay Per Head, where creating your very own sportsbook business, an independent sportsbook business, is simply just a phone call away, guys. And I certainly hope that you have been taking the notes down, because there is no better time of year than right now to get yourself into the sports betting industry. It's a billion-dollar industry. You guys probably have friends, coworkers, family members who would love nothing more than to be able to have a place that they could, place a few wagers with. But guess what? They don't know where to go or what to do or how to do it. Well, it starts with having all the right technology. And if you partner with our friends at payperhead.com, you are golden, guys. Doesn't take anything crazy out of the ordinary for you to get started to be your very own sportsbook agent. Actually, it's all about the technology. You got to have the technology, and that is exactly what our friends at Paperhead have. The best. They are the leader over the last 15 years in sportsbook technology. Their customer service, they walk you step by step, showing you exactly how simple it is. And really, you don't want to have to worry about any of the technology. You don't have to worry about setting lines. All of that is taken care of. All you have to do is pick up the phone, take the time, and see in 15 minutes you could be up and running in your very own sports book business. That's right. You, as an independent sportsbook agent, is just a call away at 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. 2111. And hell, why not? Did you guys see what we had going on here over the last couple of days? I mean, last night you had the public favorite, the Cleveland Browns. Monday Night Football loser, as a matter of fact, is the 49ers. Even though they were the favorite, the Niners, they weren't the favorite with the majority of the bets. Majority of the bets last night, yeah, at least 60% or more, in fact, depending on the books. Yeah, anywhere between 60 or 70%. People love the Cleveland Browns and Baker Mayfield, apologists and everything else. And yeah, that is exactly last night is also why sportsbooks make money, is because the public sometimes goes a little bit overboard. And last night they went overboard on an underdog. They usually like favorites. But last night, no doubt you would have been able to profit if you were your very own sportsbook, independent sportsbook agent. You, I am without a doubt, would have profited, as many of you guys that are watching this right now, I'm sure, had. The Cleveland Browns last night didn't work out. And you also might have had, I don't know if you guys caught this, though, on Sunday night, the Kansas City Chiefs lost. Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs lost, also making it a very profitable day for the sports books, which, again, guys, is why it's so important. There are avenues for you to be able to profit. It is one of the best side hustles there is right now, being able to create your very own sports book business. How cool is that? And you don't have to do anything out of the ordinary more than what you guys are doing. You just got to take the time and make the effort to give our friends at paperhead.com a phone call. Once again, 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. Doesn't take any money for you to sit there, pick up the phone, and get yourself all squared away. It is free, guys. 888-762-2111. All right, tonight, Major League Baseball taking center stage as, what do we got? Game 4 here, guys? Is that what we're looking at? Game 4 of the series here tonight between the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. And what can we say about the Tampa Bay Rays besides they're like a bad rash? They just won't go away. Scrappy-ass team. Yesterday, at home, facing elimination, down 2-0. Just, backhand Zach Greinke all over the place. He only goes 4 innings. He gets lit up like a Christmas tree. And good old 35-year-old Charlie Morton. Charlie's still throwing 96, 97 miles an hour, and he's throwing curveballs that are falling off the ledge, and he's dominating. In fact, Charlie Morton now 4-0 in elimination games in the playoffs in his career. 4-0, he's got a 0.93 ERA in that time. He is the definition of an ace, guys. He is the definition of a money pitcher. Guys like him, Madison Bumgarner, Yeah, they're hard to come by, guys. That when the chips are down and when they need a pitcher to show up, he shows up, and he's been doing it now for quite a while. Congrats to Charlie Morton. Gives them an opportunity to push it to a Game 5, head back to Houston. The only problem is they got to go up against, Verlander. Of all damn pitchers they got to go up against. And by the way, Verlander has decided he's going to do this on short notice. And this is an interesting matchup here tonight, guys, from the standpoint of Verlander doesn't do short notice. Like, that's not who he is. And those of you who follow the game, have been around the game, you may not know, for those of you that don't, but starting pitchers are creatures of habits. And when you have a 162-game season, you've got 40-some-odd starts, you have your routine, and it usually means you get 4 or 5 days off, and, you go through your bullpen workouts and so on and so forth. Very routine-oriented, and Verlander is going, you know what, I'm getting me out of this routine. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to pitch on 3 days rest here. Instead, I'm ready to go on the road. They were going to go, I believe, with the rookie today. They could have went with the rookie, but Verlander went to A.J. Hinch and said, you know what, I'm ready to rock and roll. Get me going. And now, if Tampa Bay does win tonight, of course, they'll push a Game 5, and then Tampa Bay's got to go through Garrett Cole, who will be on full day's rest, ready to go. So it's a huge mountain to climb, but I find it very fascinating what we've got going on here. Now, Cole and Verlander, make no mistake about it, they have combined against the Rays in this series so far. They've given up 1 unearned run. That was nice of them. 5 hits, 14 2/3 innings. They have dominated. I believe they have struck out just about everybody in this lineup here. The other pitchers outside of Verlander and Cole, and maybe this gives you a little insight as to why they opted, or Verlander opted to go here tonight, is that all the other pitchers on the Houston staff, they've allowed 12 earned runs in 11 1/3 innings. They've got an ERA of 9.53. So outside of, so far against Tampa, outside of Verlander and Cole, the minute they have to go to the bullpen, that's when the shit hits the fan, and that's when Tampa can pounce. So now they have an opportunity, a Verlander on a short rest, and the only other time that happened was in 2011 in the American League Division Series. It was a rain-shortened appearance by Verlander at that time, but he went up against the Red Sox. He ended up Benintendi, I believe, took him yard in that in 2011. He did settle down. He went 2 2/3, but not the routine he's used to. And he has a propensity this year. The biggest problem with Justin Verlander this year, guys, has been what? The long ball. I believe he led Major League Baseball in giving up home runs this year. Almost always a solo shot because there's really never anybody up on base. It's either strikeout or home run when it comes to Verlander. But here he is. 5-game series, Tampa back against the wall. They have been, all year long, guys, one of the single most profitable home underdogs you could have profited from. In fact, 183 and 190, just a little over 49%. And, of course, because they were the underdog, you don't have to win over 50% to make money. At just over 49%, guys, they would have returned at least 10% on the ROI. $100 better, you guys would have been looking at, if you blindly bet the Tampa Bay Rays, okay, over the last couple of years when they were home underdogs, you'd be up right now over $3,700. That's how profitable they have been. It's a spot that they enjoy. They are scrappy. They are going to the bullpen tonight. So Tampa Bay has decided that we are going to throw 7-8 pitchers, basically everything that we have in the bullpen, all our pen guys. We're going to try to match Justin Verlander pitch for pitch here. Verlander will go 7-8 innings. He'll empty the tank like Scherzer did last night. And the Tampa Bay Rays are going to compete with that by bringing out a pitcher an inning is what this could very well be like. I do believe Diego Castillo is going to go for the Tampa Bay Rays to open up. Now, the interesting part about Diego Castillo is this guy is a number one closer on just about any other team in Major League Baseball, except for maybe the Yankees. But he is. He's a guy who throws 101 miles per hour. That's what he does. And in fact, he's actually done pretty good, especially in the second half this year. He's got a 2.88 ERA. He's a big ground ball guy. He's got 43 strikeouts to 10 walks in just over 34 innings. This guy's a closer. He's lights out. Imagine throwing Chapman out to start a game. Okay, that's exactly what you've got going on here tonight with the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, he has done that, and when he has done that, the Rays, by the way, 13-4 when Diego Castillo opens the game for them in a bullpen game. Nobody does this whole Moneyball bullpen game better than the Tampa Bay Rays. The Oakland A's were the other team. Those two guys pretty much have laid the foundation for every other Major League Baseball team to do this. But the Rays are good when he's on the mound and opens it up for the first couple innings. 13-4 they are. They're also pretty good at the Trop as an underdog, and they love being underdogs. Well, they're going up against Verlander. It doesn't get any more underdog than this. Current price with our friends currently at UWager, they are plus 210, I am seeing now. Plus 210, while the Houston Astros are laying minus 230. So I'm shocked it didn't get up to $3. But there has been some buyback here on the Tampa Bay Rays. Why? Well, there's a lot of value there. Does Tampa really deserve to be at this particular point in the year? At home, a $3 underdog? No. They don't even deserve to be a $2 underdog. This should be more 185, 190 to the Houston Astros with Verlander on the mound. I think as it starts to creep up at minus 230, minus 240 and that, there's a lot of value to back the Tampa Bay Rays tonight. Now, whether or not they can actually pull this off remains to be seen, but I can tell you this. So far, Tampa Bay's pitching in the postseason, they got a 2.16 ERA, guys. They have been really good on the mound. In fact, that 10 runs they scored yesterday, not a lot of their games have hit the over. In fact, most of the games at the Trop during the playoffs do hit the under. The total is 7.5 in this game, guys. The under is 12-4 in the postseason at Tropicana Field. It is a closed stadium. There's not going to be a lot of wind. Ball doesn't travel. You've got a pitching staff here in the Tampa Bay Rays that has a 2 ERA going up against Verlander, who is just disgusting in his career in the postseason. In fact, he's one of the most profitable money line pitchers in the postseason. 15-10, 60% on the money line in postseason games. He's also 10-3-8, just about 77% on the first 5 money line. He has been money. However, I do want to point that out that while he is 15-10, that 10 stands for 10 losses. He's not invincible. And I would encourage those of you that are planning on backing the Tampa Bay Rays tonight to recall what happened when he was a $4 and $5 favorite against the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. Do you guys remember those games? Where, second half there, final month, it was obnoxious how much money was coming in on them. The books made them $4 and $5 favorites, and it kept getting higher and higher and higher. Yeah, he lost both games in that situation. So it's not impossible. Is it likely? No, but that's why they're plus 210 as an underdog right now. So a couple of bets that I like here, guys. I really do. I think there's some value in backing Tampa Bay in the first 5 because I do think that if Tampa Bay is going to get to Verlander, I do believe it's going to be early. I think it'll be in the first 5 innings. And if they can get out to a 1-0 lead, it is not easy for an Astros lineup every inning to face a different pitcher with different stuff, different velocity, different levels, different everything. They're going to start with a dude who throws 101 miles an hour, a closer. They're going to get a couple innings out of him, and then they're going to bring in Yarbrough, who's a lefty, who throws 87 miles an hour, but throws off-speed shit off the chart. And they're just going to keep doing this back and forth. That's what the Rays are going to do. They are going to combat one of the best and toughest pitchers in the game in Verlander. They're going to throw 48 pitchers out at them. Every inning, different guy, different lineup, different stuff. And that's not going to be easy to hit. I also like, and my favorite play of the night is simply take a look at the total, guys. The total in this game, I think, says everything that you need to know about what's going to happen here. Because I do believe at 7.5, I don't know how they get to 7.5. This game, to me, has got 3-2 written all over it. That kind of situation there. I do think it's going to be a close game. I do think the opportunity, guys, for you to be able to profit on the under, definitely there for you. Without a doubt, the under 7.5, guys, is a sound play tonight. In fact, the Astros, they are good on the road, but the under is 9-3-1 in their last 13 road games, that being the Houston Astros. The Rays, the under is 10-1 in their last 11 playoff home games. And the under, 21-4-2 in the last 27 meetings between these two teams at the Trop in Tampa. So when you've got what you've got in this situation, playoff atmosphere, do or die, you know, you're going to have a little sphincter shrinkage here tonight anyway by some guys. I can tell you this. The Astros do not, under any circumstances, want to have to go back to Houston to play the damn Tampa Bay Rays. And the reason they don't is then they're going to have to burn Cole. Cole's going to have to pitch on full day's rest, but that means then Zach Greinke will open up the series against the Yankees. And I can assure you they would rather have Garrett Cole on full day's rest taking on the Yankees in Game 1, a 7-game series. They don't want to have to go with Zach Greinke. So it is pretty damn important, which I think is why you're seeing it. We gave you the numbers, guys. That's why Verlander said, put me out there. He wants it over with tonight. So knowing that he's going to go out there and empty the tank, I don't see a lot of runs here, guys. I don't. I see a lot of guys that are playing the run line on the Astros. Nothing the Astros have done from a hitting perspective recently in these playoffs has given me the impression that they're going to tee off in a ballpark, which they have not teed off on, against 7 or 8 different pitchers that are going to get thrown out there. Yeah, they might score a couple of runs, and Tampa might score a run or two, but I don't think you're going to get to 8 runs. So 2 bets that I would make here tonight. One is the under, especially given what we know about them. About the record between these two teams in the Trop. It is not an overs paradise. It has been profitable to back the under in these games. I think Verlander, if you're going to get to him, you can get to him early. I think they're swinging the bat. They hit 4 home runs yesterday in that game off of Greinke and company. He's given up the most home runs this year as a starting pitcher, that being Justin Verlander. Listen, you only need 1. So if they could put 1 or 2 up on the board early on, I do think the first 5 might be a solid play as well. Keep an eye on the under, the first 5. And if you want to play the run line with anybody, you should probably play the run line with the Tampa Bay Rays. Because if you want to give me a 1.5, you want to spot me a 1.5, to me, I think this game ends up 3-2. Somewhere along those lines, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, somewhere in that ballpark there. If you want to go ahead and give me a run, I'll take it, guys. I will take the plus 1.5 at plus 125, courtesy of our friends at uwager.lv. Give me the 1.5. I'll start the game off 1.5-0, which is ultimately what you're doing when you're on the run line here. Yeah, I'm good. Because Tampa, they're either going to lose this game, and if they do lose it, I don't think it's going to be by a boatload of runs here, guys. I do think that bullpen has been they have been phenomenal all year long. I think they're going to go out. They're going to analytics out their ass. They're going to give they don't care how many. Don't be surprised, too, by the way, if they bring in a pitcher for a batter and then play him at second base and then bring him back in to pitch. That is what we're talking about here with Kevin Cash. We have got it is Moneyball hell here at the Trop. So they're going to do whatever they have to do to get the right guy in the situation tonight. Take the run line. take the first 5 for the Tampa Bay Rays, and look at the under 7.5, which it's remained at 7.5, and it looks like the juice is on still both sides, -110 each there. So those are, to me, the options that I see having. Also, I would encourage you guys to join me tonight as me and my buddy Gabe Morency there at sportsgrid.com. We will be hosting our live in-game wagering show. It's called In-Game Live. Sportsgrid.com begins at 8 p.m., guys. We're going to be betting this game live tonight on air, and you're more than welcome to join us. As a matter of fact, I hope you join us there because we'll be looking at just about every angle humanly possible here, not just in Major League Baseball in this game, but, of course, we'll be breaking down tomorrow's 2 Game 5s between the Cards and Atlanta, as well as the Nationals and the Dodgers. And, we got a full slate of, we got about 6 or 7 NHL games here tonight that will also be live betting and throwing our 2 cents in it as well. So sportsgrid.com beginning at 8 p.m. tonight. Come by and join us here, and we'll see if my blueprint comes to fruition. And if it doesn't, well, that's why in-game wagering is so much fun, because we can right a lot of wrongs full game by betting it in game. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, want to thank you guys again once very much for stopping by here and checking us out. I would encourage you guys to head over to our friends at sportsmemo.com, where not only is there free plays, there is free information. You have a roster of some of the best handicappers from around the country there. You've got Mid-Major Matt, Teddy Covers, Dr. Chuck RX. You've got a whole list of guys that are there that are proven winners, proven commodities to help you profit during the sports investing year. And you got a lot going on right now. Major League Baseball postseason, NHL, like we said, McGinnis Picks, Alex Smith. We've got guys that do hockey better than anybody. Free plays, info, knowledge. Utilize it all at sportsmemo.com. Make sure that you guys get there. And as always, want to thank you very much for stopping by, hanging out with us. We'll be back again tomorrow. We have Wednesday college football to go over. We're going to have 2 Game 5s to go over. Big day tomorrow in the world of sports. We'll have you covered here as we throw out our free plays and the angles that we think fit. And, of course, sportsmemo.com will have even more free plays from some of our favorite handicappers, including Drew Martin, Hunter Engelhardt, and a whole host of others. And once again, want to thank sportsmemo.com. Want to thank our good friends at uwager.lv. It's imperative that you guys, you shop, you get the best line. We always tell you, you are betting numbers, you're not betting teams. You got to have multiple places to be able to shop and get the best number for you. There's a big difference between, a under, let's say, 7.5 and an under 7 tonight. There is a big difference between getting plus 230 and, plus 200. Every dollar counts, every number counts, which is why you've got to get the best number. And you can do that by opening yourself up a sports wagering account at uwager.lv. Just call them. It's so simple. 3 minutes. 800-UWAGER. That's 1-800-UWAGER. The code is JRS50. You put in $50, they'll match it at 50. That's 100. You put in 25, they'll put in 25. Whatever you put in, they will match it up to 100%, and you are off and running, because we are going to be loaded this week with opportunities for you guys to be able to profit. And, of course, don't forget our good friends. Give it some thought, guys. Make sure you check it out. Paperhead.com, the ultimate leader in technology in the sportsbook industry. Look into becoming, guys, an independent sportsbook agent. It's so simple to do. Partner up with Paperhead.com. There's the phone number, guys. There's the website. Check it out. Get the information. Inquire about how simple it is, because it's a hell of a lot easier than you guys think it is, in order to be able to start your own sports book business. It's a heck of a lot easier than you think it is, and hell, you probably already have the book of business in your immediate circle around you. You don't need 1 million players. You don't need $1 million. You just need to make the effort to get yourself set up, and nobody's better than the industry leader at doing that than Paperhead. 1-888-762-2111 is how you reach them. 888-762-2111. Inquire, guys. They'll answer your questions. Great customer service. Everything you need to know. Just a phone call away there at 888-762-2111. So thank you again, guys. Good luck tonight. No matter which way you are going to go, enjoy it. Watch the games. Have fun. Come back and join us again tomorrow as we look to help you, well, make it rain a little bit here and point you in the right direction of 2 Game 5s, some college football, and getting ready for Thursday night football. SportsMemo.com. Get there, guys. Thanks again. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.